We've done a more in-depth interview in the past, of course, but for the benefit of those who haven't listened to that, let's go back into your childhood. Born in Wolverhampton, and you had trials for Crewe Alexandra and Wolverhampton Wanderers as a youngster.
Yeah, I tried for them when I was young. I think it was the ages of 6, 7, around that age. Don't really remember much from it, but it's still an experience that it's nice to have. And as a young player, when you're that young, it's hard to develop, but you take little things on. It was a good experience, yeah.
And when you went for those trials, and obviously it didn't develop at those respective clubs, was there a sense of disappointment, or did you feel that it was something that actually pushed you on further?
I think it pushed me on further, especially with the help and going to my mum and my dad and people around me. It helped me out a lot more. But as a young person, you always dream of being a professional footballer. So when you get turned down by these clubs, it's not the nicest of feelings. But as I say, my mum and dad were there to help me and support me, and they kept me going.
And you went on to play junior football, Sunday League, that sort of thing. You got spotted by Shrewsbury Town.
Yeah, I was playing for a team called Ranley. It's just a little town where I live, and then I think when I was 10 or 11, I got signed by Shrewsbury Town and went through the academy there till about 15, where I then got released when I found myself here.
And how did the connection between Shrewsbury and the New Saints come about?
It was with Cal Mackenzie. He pointed me this way and pointed me to TNS. I came for a trial game when I was 15, and then since then I just signed on, and now I've been here.
And obviously the trial that you had here at Park Hall, you impressed the people that needed to be, and you signed, and then you progressed your way through the system.
Yeah, definitely, but it's all from the help from the coaches here. They've helped me out a lot more, and as I say, I just keep developing every day.
And then you made your way all the way to the under-19s, and that's when it gets quite serious, isn't it, in a way, because when you're at a much lower age group, there's not so much pressure on you to then get that contract.
Yeah, no, definitely. When it gets to the under-19s and scholars, it starts to get a bit serious. It sinks in a bit more, but yeah, you're here, you've got a chance to make it professional. And I just got my head down, just did what I do best.
And when you did get offered that first year contract, was that a surprise at the time, or did you half expect it?
No, it was a big surprise. It was during the COVID period. COVID had just hit, so it was that season, and obviously everyone was in lockdown. I was just sat at home, and I got a call from Simon Smith, and he said I've got a professional contract.
And with football either being cancelled or stop and start, on a personal level, how did the COVID affect you and your development as a player?
As a player, it struggled a bit because it sort of took a standstill. There was not much training, but it helps you a lot mentally as you're allowed to build yourself physically at home, like doing home workouts and stuff like that. So it helped me a lot more that way.
And you're in your third year now as a professional, but prior to the current loan, which we're going to talk about shortly, you've been at FC Aberystwyth Town and Aberystwyth the first time round.
Yeah, I was at Aberystwyth for the second year of my scholarship, where I had a season there playing with some of the coaches that are here now. Gained a lot of experience during that, and then being at Aberystwyth for two seasons. Played quite a few games in the Welsh Prem now, and yeah, I'm loving it.
And in terms of you as a player, what were the differences between Aberystwyth Town, obviously in the northwest counties, England setup, and then Aberystwyth in the top flight of Welsh football?
It's a lot more intense now that I'm with Aberystwyth, and a lot more physically demanding. And it's at the first couple of games I struggled as a young lad trying to get into an adults team, but after the first couple of games I've settled in, and now I'm here.
And back then you also found the back of the net for Aberystwyth as well.
Yeah, I found the back of the net quite a few times.
Yeah.
Not quite broke the double figure bound yet, but I'm getting there.
And as a defender, how important is it for you to score goals, or are you totally focused on clean sheets?
No, I think it's vital to score goals. Like I said, I don't score many, but I think if everyone can help out in the team to score 2, 3, 4, 5 goals a season, you're going to be up there.
And as we've said, this is your third season now as a professional, and you are back at Park Avenue.
I know, I'm back again for a third season, and yeah, I'm just loving every minute of it.
like a boomerang. You end up back there. I guess you're part of the furniture in a nice sense of the word. You've been very welcome there. You've settled in. A good club to play for.
Yeah, definitely. I get on with the chairman very well, and some of the players that were there last season that I've gone well with have left, but there's still quite a few there that I get on with. So it's just a big team. There is a big team there, and everyone, you get on well with everyone. It's a lovely city to be in as well.
And you still continue to be here at Parkhall to train and to be involved in what's going on. So in some ways, again for you personally, the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it's definitely the best of both worlds. And training here with all these, and then I learn so much every day. And then go to Aberystwyth, same again. You're learning so much more every day. It's two different team scenarios here we're playing. We're trying to play, but it's obviously not as intense as what it's like at TNS training.
And Aberystwyth got off to a great start, won the first game this season against Airbus UK Broughton. Unfortunately, since then, it's been a difficult period.
Yeah, we're in a bit of a difficult period, but we're showing very good signs. It's just, I think as a team, we're trying to find out what's best for us and how we can go forward for the rest of the season. But from what I see in training, from what I know the coaches are doing, from what I know what the players can do, I know we're more than sound. We're going to try to push for that top 6.
And although it's a very practical thing, you don't have to drive all the way across to the Welsh coast. You do share with other players that are also part of the setup there.
Yeah, they signed quite a few of us from Chester Wrexham way. So it's nice to not have to drive 2.5 hours twice a week to try and get there, where you can have a little bit of a rest and other people can drive. So yeah, that's a nice little touch.
And have you set yourself any targets on a personal level this coming season? Well, the season that we're actually in at the moment.
Just to try and progress and develop more. I don't really set many targets. I think you can get yourself too focused on a target, whereas I'd rather focus on a team and just try to do the best we can and give as much effort as we possibly can.
Bradders, thank you for your time as always, and all the very best over at Park Avenue.
Thank you very much.